Hello Virgo, welcome back. This is your monthly reading for December 2025. This is for Virgo sun, moon, or rising sign in either sidereal or tropical, depending what you resonate best with. So let's have a look at your monthly messages. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. And these are general readings. If you'd like insights into your own personal situation, you can contact me via the links below for private readings. Virgo, also, if you're interested in learning tarot, you can head over to Alkemystica, where we share esoteric knowledge and have courses on learning tarot. Make sure to sign up for that newsletter so you'll get info on when that course drops. Virgo, we are going to have a look and see what messages come through for you. Then we'll have a look at your money and finances, love and relationships, health, any obstacles, blocks, or challenges, and overall message for December 2025. Virgo, messages for Virgo. Messages for Virgo. Okay, Virgo, let's have a look at these messages. The beginning of the month could be a little bit tricky. I feel there's some kind of beginning or some possibility. You may have to tiptoe around something at the beginning of the month. This could be a new situation. This could be a situation, some possibility or some opportunity that you have that you're waiting on something. This could be a little bit of a tricky situation because you're having to wait. You're having to have a little bit of patience in some kind of situation. It could be dealing with a specific person, Virgo. For some of you, you're dealing with specific individuals. And for some of you, Virgo, I'm picking up something with communication. This could be a tricky situation when it comes to communication with somebody in December. Virgo, I feel you're in a situation, there's some kind of circumstance where you may be waiting on some kind of communication from someone. This could be waiting on an email. This could be waiting on a text message. And you're waiting for some kind of message, for some kind of communication from somebody. Virgo, for some of you, this could be a person that you're interested in romantically. I'm seeing quite possibly it could be someone that you're thinking about, somebody that you're interested in romantically. This could be a new person and you're waiting to hear back from somebody. And I feel it's going to be a little bit tricky. Virgo, if you are in this situation, this specific individual could be a little bit flaky. They could be very energetic, very magnetic, but they may be a little bit flaky. I'm also seeing, Virgo, some of you could be waiting to start something, waiting for something to be right, waiting for some kind of conditions to be right. So starting something new could be tricky in the month of December. It could also have to do with feeling inspired or feeling motivated to do something. You may be waiting for the right time or waiting for that boost of energy or that boost of motivation to get you up and get you to that starting point, because there is some kind of opportunity here in December for those of you that are waiting for opportunities or waiting to start something. This could be a new project or a new job or some new hobby, for example. And it could be tricky, especially at the beginning of the month, because I feel you're in this waiting phase. You may be waiting to hear back or waiting for some kind of green light to be able to initiate something. Virgo, it could also have to do in general with energy levels. Some of you, I feel, may be recovering from something. You could be recovering from some downtime or some period in which you had to take some kind of rest. And so some of you may be waiting to feel fully recovered. And so there could be this situation which is a little bit delicate prior to initiating something, prior to starting something. Virgo, I'm also picking up for some of you, going back to this communication, if it has to deal with communication with an individual, again, it could be waiting on this message, and it could also be waiting for communication to be clear, because I feel there could be a situation communicating with somebody in which you may have to tiptoe around your words, or may have to pay attention or wait to say something to someone, Virgo. If for some of you, you're waiting on something that has to do with, again, something health related, there could be news in December, some kind of message that comes in regarding a health situation, some message or some news, Virgo. Let's have a look at money and finances. Money and finances, Virgo. I feel it's going to be stable. It's going to be very stable, very secure, money-wise, finance-wise. This could be a good month to save money. I'm also picking up investments. This could be a good month to invest. If, especially at the beginning of the month, you're thinking or contemplating about investing in something, do pay attention. This could be a little bit tricky, but I do feel overall it could be good for saving or investing. Just make sure, again, it could be some communication that you have to wait for, some kind of message or some kind of news regarding, for example, whatever this investment is, prior to taking action, prior to taking some kind of action on actually investing. It could be a little bit tricky, especially at the beginning of the month, to get that information that you want to be able to take advantage of this opportunity. But I do feel in December, it could be a good month to go ahead and save money or to invest in something that could be long-term, Virgo. Because I do definitely see that there is some kind of opportunity here, possibly just waiting for that communication to be able to take action regarding this investment or this financial opportunity. Love and relationships. Virgo, for those of you that are in relationships, I feel that there's some relationship it's built on a strong foundation. There's some kind of stability here. I'm also seeing commitment. For those of you in current relationships, whether you're married or in a long-term relationship, I feel that there's some commitment here. There's some long-term relationship or some long-term commitment. I do feel it could be a little bit tricky with the communication with this person in December, and it could go back again to some message that you might be waiting for. But do pay a little bit of attention to details when you're communicating with this person. But as far as long-term couples, I feel that there's some kind of solid partnership here. I also feel, Virgo, for some of you, if you're dealing with a specific person, there could be something a little bit with control or with a spouse being quite possibly a little bit rigid. I'm picking up a little bit of rigidity. This could be a little bit of stubbornness, a little bit of a block here. And Virgo, for those of you that are single, I'm picking up, this could be someone older that you're dealing with, but I'm also picking up something with boundaries to make sure you establish some kind of boundaries here. I'm seeing that there could be a little bit of a block or a little bit of a wall here, especially for those of you that are in new relationships, again, singles or relatively new relationships. You may be waiting on some kind of communication from someone, waiting to hear back, and there could be a little bit of a wall here. This could also be an individual that may have some kind of issue with commitment. I'm picking up, there could be some kind of block here in commitment, because I feel that this could be a very headstrong individual, somebody that likes to do things their own way, likes to do things on their own time, And there could be a little bit of a hesitation here. Hence the reason, especially if you're in this situation, there could be a tricky situation in hearing back from this individual. Health. Okay, health-wise, I'm picking up moderation, balance, putting things back into balance, harmonizing, making sure that mind, body, and spirit are all on the same page. And Virgo, pay attention to nerves also. Could be something with nerves, could be something with some kind of excess of mental energy or excess of fire health-wise. Let's check obstacle, block, or challenge. Okay, so the challenge, we actually have something that's flourishing here, something that is growing, is flourishing, but this is actually the challenge. So there could be a challenge with bringing something to fruition, Virgo. Again, whatever this opportunity is, an opportunity to start something, to initiate something, there's some kind of waiting phase here. Waiting on a message, or waiting for some kind of clarity, or waiting for more information, or waiting for the motivation, waiting for the inspiration to do this. Again, it could be a little bit tricky. If it has to do, again, with investments, it could be waiting on the information that you need to be able to take advantage of some investment opportunity or some financial opportunity. If it's relationships, it could be waiting to hear back from somebody. So a little bit of a challenge here in growing or flourishing in some way, shape, or form. Overall message. Virgo, take time to play today. So overall in December, again, whatever it is that you're doing, don't get too worked up about things. Make sure that you take some time for yourself in the month of December. Take some time for yourself. Don't get too stressed out. Make sure that you're staying in balance health-wise. Mind, body, spirit, mental, emotional, physical body are in harmony, are in balance with one another. Don't get too focused on one specific aspect, and don't get too hung up in some kind of situation. It could be a little bit tricky, especially at the beginning of the month, especially if you're waiting to hear back from someone, waiting for some kind of communication or for some kind of further information. But make sure overall that you do get some time to yourself, to enjoy yourself, take care of yourself, nurture yourself, especially if you're recovering from some kind of illness or if you've had some kind of downtime, some kind of recovery time. Nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and get some kind of leisure time in December. So those are your messages for December 2025. Do let me know if you have questions or comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. Don't forget to like this video and check the links below for additional readings or personal readings, and have a good week.